Alright guys, so there's been so many times where I'll order food and I get it and it's wrong, and I'll say like, oh, I'm gonna dispute it and get my money back, and then don't actually get it back. But today I had like the exact same thing happen, but this is the annoying thing. So if I'm at work and I have to order food for lunch, like I forgot to bring, if I don't pack my lunch or something, sometimes I'll order food. And because I was like, I'm gonna just be honest with you guys, I have not really been sticking to my fast. I feel like mentally I'm not able to. I haven't been feeling well. On top of it, I haven't been getting enough sleep. I have been feeling very exhausted, which is for a lot of reasons. But last night I went to bed at like 1 a.m., didn't get enough sleep, and worked over 8 hours today. So I was tired, and I knew, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to get food today if I want to make it to the end of the day without, punching somebody. So I had ordered Wendy's on my app, and I used like a reward. So I got like a free 6-piece nuggets with the purchase. So I had gotten like the little $4 meal, which also comes with a 4-piece nugget. I order my food to pick up in store during my lunch break, and I get there, I look in the bag briefly and I see nuggets in there. I just assume the order's correct, right? But I get back to work and I'm missing because I had the free nuggets, I got the spicy nuggets, the one that already came with the meal, the 4-piece regular one, I didn't get in my bag, which is like annoying. So I was like, what do I do? Because at this point, once I get back to work, I have to clock in, and I don't really have time. Like, the earliest I would be able to go back and get a remake or a refund would be when I get off work. But I got off work today, completely forgot because I was tired and just wanted to go home. So at this point, it's been over 7 hours when I had originally ordered my food. I'm like, is it even worth me going back in the restaurant and being like, hey, like, y'all messed up my order, I didn't get my nuggets? And it's just, like I said, it's a problem that is just mildly irritating more than it's like the biggest issue in the world. But I'm like, technically they messed up my order, I didn't get what I paid for. And then it's like, I got the free nuggets, so it's like, do I complain over the free nuggets even though I didn't get the ones I paid for? It's just like, you gotta pick and choose your battles. But it's still like irritating having like not getting your order correct or having it messed up. So I don't know what I should do. Should I like try to get my it's like, do I try to get my nuggets tomorrow after the fact? Do I just dispute it and get my money back, which is what I use if I had actually the time to do it? Because it's like, it's usually not worth it, right? It's not worth it to put that much energy and stuff into things. But at the same time, it's also like, why do I keep allowing, or I guess when a lot of these places do mess up my orders, I honestly just let it go. And it's like, I get tired of letting it go all the time. But also, I don't want to make a big fuss out of something that's not that important at the end of the day. So I probably am going to not do anything, which is what I usually do anyways, because it takes a lot of effort to even go back and dispute the charge, or to get my money back, or having to call and be like, hey, I didn't get my 4-piece nuggets, can y'all remake it for me? And it's like a day later, they're probably not going to do that either. So it's kind of like, I'm just SOL. But really, it's like, if I had the time during my lunch to go back and get it, I would have. So that's like the irritating part. It's like, I would have wanted to go back and gotten my actual nuggets, but because I don't have the time once I get back to work and I have to work the rest of my shift, it's just like, that's what makes it really irritating. It's like, I get the retribution, the, you know, fixed order, my order fixed in a timely manner, because I order my food ahead of time thinking it's right, then I have to go back to work. This is like fat people. This is a fat people problem. Actually, what did they say? There's a song by what's her name? Meghan Trainor, called Champagne Problems, and this is a champagne problem, but it's still irritating. And it's like I constantly have to let stuff like go, because this isn't the first time. I feel like it's happened a lot actually with my Starbucks order. I would order Starbucks, and they would mess up my drink, and I wouldn't have time. Like, before, I would order it before work basically, and then I would get there, and if my order was wrong or nasty. So this actually also happened last week. I ordered the sorry, I'm at Taco Bell now, and this line is kind of ridiculous. But anyways, I ordered I used to get it all the time, the pink drink with matcha cold foam on top. And instead of them giving me matcha cold foam, it was like they put a matcha on top, like a matcha unmixed on top of a pink drink. And the matcha pretty much was way too much matcha. It was overpowering. It didn't taste like it was cold foam either. So I was just like, this isn't what I couldn't drink the drink, because it was like, it tasted nasty. All the other times I've ordered it, it's good. And it's just like, it's irritating, because it's like, you can order the same drink at Starbucks and it's not made the same way every Starbucks. I guess I just need to stop going to Starbucks. It's the same, honestly. Anytime you're paying for other people to make your food, it's just like, you don't always get the same standard of food from every place, which is what it should be, but that's not what it ends up being. So I had to wait till, I think I ended up getting off early that day, so it was fine. Otherwise, I would have had to pretty much waste my lunch break going back and having them remake my drink. But imagine, it's like, I ordered this drink at like 8:30 a.m. and I'm coming back at 1 p.m. because I literally don't have the convenience of turning around, or I would be late to work basically, to have y'all remake. Didn't have the time to ask them to remake my drink, because when I initially got it, it looked fine. And I did remember I took like a sip of it at work, and I was like, this matcha is really strong. But I was just like, maybe it'll be fine. And then I was already at work by the time I was like, this is nasty, I can't drink this. So it's just like, I have to wait 3.5 hours in order to have what I wanted get corrected. And that's irritating. Well, the real irritating thing is, y'all don't make my stuff right the first time. People not making my stuff correctly the first time. So anyways, all of this just leads to, like, it's very inconvenient or just annoying, because a normal, well, I shouldn't say, in the regular scenario, I would be able to just go back and be like, hey, like, this isn't right, could you remake it? But because I have the limited time, because I'm working and trying to have, it's just like, imagine you DoorDash something, because it's like, okay, I don't have the time, maybe I can have it delivered. DoorDash people, if they delivered me an order that was also nasty and you've already wasted your money, I would be doubly mad, basically. So I don't know, it's a kind of a lose-lose situation. Basically, you're out your money and you get something you don't want to eat. What do you actually do in that situation? Like, that's what I'm asking. Like, what would y'all do in this situation? Because I feel like every time I end up just having to let it go and take the L, basically. Take the L. And I'm tired of taking L's at these places. So I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what the best case scenario is in that situation. Anyways, let's talk about something else, because I guess I want to chat while I wait for my Taco Bell. I went to, well, the thing I've been talking about the most, I would say, is like the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni drama, lawsuits things. And I found out about this situation against my will on TikTok, but now that I know about it, I have some thoughts and some opinions. Now, is this business that really affects me? No. Does my opinion change anything that's happening? No. And I made like a short TikTok video about it too, and I was like, this is rich people business that does not affect my life in any way, but for the time being, it's entertainment. But I guess that's kind of a bad thing too. Like, should other people's drama be your entertainment for the day? I feel like that's kind of what the issue is with gossip in general. It's like you're making other people's real life problems or issues your entertainment to, like, you know, it doesn't actually affect you, but you're just talking about it. That's why I said I don't want to make my channel a gossip channel, because I just feel like that's not something, like, I don't want to constantly talk about other people's business. Now, what I will say is I use sometimes those things to talk about like an overall topic that's not gossiping. I would say that's different from like just talking about someone else's life and someone else's problem, because I don't want to be a gossiper. This is the other thing. So instead of talking about that, I'm gonna talk about gossip. The problem with gossip. Here's the thing. So, well, let me check in my order and then I'll get into it.
Hi, are you checking in with your app to earn rewards points?
Yes.
Did you have a code or a mobile order?
It was a mobile order for Jasmine.
All right. Could you please hold that for a moment?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, they always hold me here. Okay, so anyways, the problem with gossip, I would say, is I feel like I either end up having, well, this is what I would say. I don't trust people who gossip a lot. And the same coworker who made that rude comment that I made that whole video about, is also someone who gossips a lot. And it's always made me uncomfortable, like when people talk about other people right in front of you. I guess celebrity gossip is kind of different than talking about people you actually know. I mean, it still is kind of like, it's not my business at the end of the day. And if it doesn't affect me personally, then I don't really have the right to talk about it, right? But when it comes to like being around people who gossip and talk crap about other people, it makes me so uncomfortable being around those people. And also, it's just like every time I'm around people who gossip about other people, my first thing is like, what are they saying about me? Because people who are comfortable talking about other people but play fake nice in front of your face, it's like, well, what do you say about me when I'm not in the room? How do you really feel? And that's why I feel like I try to, well, it's like I said, I don't like being involved in gossip about other people or people that I know, especially in a workplace environment, because it's uncomfortable. And I'm like, I'm not gonna contribute to it. I really don't want to hear it. Like, if you don't like someone, you cannot like them, but to be like gossiping about them and like, oh, well, you know, it's just like. And also, the main other thing about it too is never trust a gossiper with your business. All right, she said I could pull for it. I will never trust someone who gossips with my personal business, because they will be telling everybody it. If there's one thing I've learned, hello, it was Jasmine. Thank you.
It'll be out shortly.
All right. Oh my goodness. I am very cozy in my car right now, even though it's 39 degrees. We got our Taco Bell Baja Blast. Y'all, I can't even remember what I started this video talking about. Thank you. I did not think I ordered that much food, but maybe I did. Okay, so the main reason I went to Taco Bell, by the way, because I guess it doesn't matter, but I had a free reward. So I wanted to use it because it expired in like 10 days. And even though I've not been following my fast this week, I'm going to definitely, I still want to do a fast. I'm going to be fasting at some point. Or just restart it, you know, next week, whatever I decide. But I want to do like a month of intermittent fasting. I also want to do I want to try the Daniel fast for like a week and just see if I can do it. The Daniel fast is definitely might be my more challenging. I feel like intermittent fasting I'm fine with. Like I can go periods of time without eating and then still be able to eat whatever I want. But with the Daniel fast, it's like when I have to limit what I can eat, that seems to be harder for me than just going without eating for a period of time. So that's probably going to be like one of my next challenges. Anyways, for getting off topic, not that there was really a topic. This video is really just a random chit chat. And I can't remember what I was talking about. I really just be yapping. That's what I've been saying in like other videos. If y'all enjoy my random yap sessions, let me know, because there's videos where I like to like talk specifically about one thing, but then my random chit chats, I be all over the place, and I feel like it's really just me letting all my intrusive they're not intrusive thoughts, just random thoughts. Anyways, the reason you should never trust a gossiper, and you don't want to be friends with people who gossip, because best believe if they're comfortable talking to you about people they don't like, they're gonna eventually talk about you if y'all ever have bad blood. So like I said, the person who made the comment about me that was kind of rude, they gossip a lot, and I'm like, I don't try to be close friends with people who gossip like that, because I'm just gonna assume you talk badly about them, you gonna be talking badly about me, you're gonna find something to say about me. So I never tell my business, I never share my personal information with people who like to gossip. And that's something I feel like that everyone should learn not to do. Don't ever trust a gossiper with your personal information, because it will be shared with everybody. Or even just people who like to fish information out of others. Like, I'm not nosy either. I'm not trying to be up in other people's business. Now, what I will say is, maybe this is the reason people feel comfortable telling me things, because I don't. Like, people tell me their deepest, darkest personal secrets all the time, and I don't be telling other people's business like that. Like, people feel comfortable telling me things that they did, and you know, we listen and we don't judge. I listen and I try not to judge. Like, I feel like, but at the same time, I hear things people do and I'm just like, that's wild. Like, I would never do that. I feel like I judge in my it's like I'm not judging them overall as people, but at the same time I'm like, oh, I didn't expect that to be something that you did. But at the same time, it's not my life. It's like I'm not really judging them, like, as far as like, oh, well, I can never talk to you, or I'm gonna think of someone as less than for the things that they do. But at the same time, it's just like, oh, That's a wild thing to admit that you've done to me, but okay. Nonetheless, I still love you. That's kind of how I take it. So maybe that's why people feel comfortable sharing their deepest, darkest secrets with me. Because I don't think I come off as a judgmental person. Because I'm not. We listen and we don't judge. But at the same time, you know, I wouldn't want to be someone who's like just disclosing all of their, well, maybe I guess I do. I am kind of an open book. So like the things that I've done in the past, I feel like I share, but I share mainly because I'm like, it's either something I think will help someone else or something that I think other people can learn from, but not because I'm like prideful about it. It's more from like a humbling. I have more of a humble take on like my own faults or failures in life. Like I'm not bragging about any of my issues or problems. These are things that I'm working on. These are things I need to get better at. But anyways, maybe that's why people, I found in my opinion that a lot of people like that I meet, I don't have to be close personal friends with them. They're always comfortable sharing things with me. So maybe that's a good thing. But I was saying like, I'm also not someone who tells other people's business. So if someone tells me something wild about themselves, I will hear it and be like, wow, that's crazy. But I'm not telling other people. And if I was a gossiper, that gossiper would be talking. People, if I was a gossiper, I have so much random information about people that people would never think. But I'm not the person I'm not someone who is going to talk about other people like that. To other people, I'm not a gossip. I'm not someone who, and I'm also not someone who wants to talk badly about people. It's like, that's just not the type of person I am. So it's like, people might tell me they do things that I personally would not do. And maybe it's not something that I think is good. But I'm not going to go to other people and be like, oh, did you know this person did this? And did you know that? Like, that's just not who I am. So I guess the information people do tell me is safe. And with me, not that I wanted to know. Like, I'm never asking. And I'm never trying to get the information that people feel comfortable giving me. But at the end of the day, people are comfortable telling me a lot of wild things, and I'm just like, okay, you do you, girl, you do you. So yeah, that's basically my random chit chat for the day. Phew, excuse me. You cannot trust people who gossip. Because just know, anything you tell that person, they will use as gossip to whoever else. And I don't want to be, like I said, it's also like they're not trustworthy friends either. Like, you couldn't trust them with any personal secret that you had, because they would tell someone. And then if you stop being friends with them, now they're going to use that as like to be vindictive. And even when people I'm not friends with anymore, I'm not gonna tell all their business either. You know, it's just like, don't be that person. So if you or someone you know likes to gossip, don't be that person. I mean, like I said, I feel like you can't really trust someone who gossips like that, but that's my perspective on it. That's my take on it. You know, and I don't even like that. Like I said, I don't even enjoy hearing like other things people say. I'm just like, oh, like it's like, I'm not asking for that information. It's not like I'm like, oh, what do you know about so-and-so? What do you know? It's just like, whenever I do hear the gossip that this person, they're just randomly telling me, it's like, I didn't ask. I'm not asking ever for the gossip. That's why I said at the beginning, at the whatever, I hear it basically against my will, because I'm not asking for other people's business ever. All right, I'm back home now.